What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Artisanal Brew Works, and they're out of Saratoga Springs, New York, and this is their Warheads Extreme Sour, the watermelon variant. So this is a sour ale that is brewed with the Warheads watermelon candy flavoring. It comes in at 5% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 5 months old. I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out to a very good friend of mine and a fellow beer tuber, Kyle, over at No Hype Beer Review. So thank you very much, Kyle. I will post a link in the description box to not only the beer mail boxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Kyle sent my way, but also Kyle's channel, because he's a fantastic dude, has a great channel, and I highly recommend going over there and checking out his content. And I think you'll sub because, again, fantastic content. So thanks again, Kyle. Now, if you want to get just to the review itself, I would say skip forward maybe 2 or 3 minutes, because I want to talk real quick about Artisanal Brew Works, this series, and a couple things on my channel. So first and foremost, I don't know what's happening over the past couple days, but the Warheads reviews on my channel are blowing up big time. The Black Cherry review, at the time that I'm reviewing this one, has almost 3,000 views to it. Now, I have almost 1,200 subs on my channel, and typically if I get 100 views on a review, I'm pumped. The fact that that one has almost 3,000 views, and I posted that, I don't know, like a month ago. All I know is up until maybe like 2 or 3 days ago, I had like 600 or 700 views, and then all of a sudden 2,000 plus views in the past couple days. Now, part of the reason probably for that is the fact that Artisanal is starting to get these into other cities, other states, and other markets. They used to be brewing only, and then they started getting out. I know they made their way into Massachusetts, and I think the latest state they're in is in California. So I think a lot of people are probably just searching it, and maybe my review's coming up more than anyone else's. I have no idea. I just know that I have a lot of views on the Black Cherry variant. I have quite a few on the Blue Raspberry and the Lemon. I think those are around 400 or 500 each. So if you have found my channel because of the Warhead series of reviews that I'm doing, welcome to my channel. I try to review beers the best I can, and I have a lot of fun with it, if you haven't noticed. I take it seriously, but at the same time I like to have fun. But if you have found my channel, and if you've subbed or viewed any of the content or whatever, thank you very much. I appreciate all the subs, all the views, all the likes, all the comments, everything. That's why I like reviewing. I like the interaction with a lot of people out there who have the same interest, craft beer. And I know these beers are popular because of nostalgia and just the novelty to them, and just the fact that they're brewed with Warheads flavoring. Like, that's fantastic. Which brings me to the second point. Second point is the Artisanal Brew Works taproom manager, Daniel Kravitz. He actually posted a comment in the Black Cherry review mentioning that they do not use candy syrup in this beer, and they do not use artificial flavors. Now, I may have said in a review that it tasted maybe like it's artificial, but I did post in the description that these are brewed with natural flavoring and food coloring. I thought they were brewed with the candy syrup. Apparently they are not. So Daniel, along with one of the co-owners at Artisanal Brew Works, Tert, and the aforementioned Kyle, they have confirmed and clarified that these beers are brewed with the candy flavoring, not the candy syrup. So I just want to apologize to everybody, Tert and Daniel and Artisanal. No candy syrup in this. They're just using the flavoring. So I just wanted to clarify that. I don't want any misinformation out there. So just want to clarify, with the candy flavoring, no candy syrup, and all natural flavoring as well. So anyway, with that out of the way, yeah, I want to get into this one. Why? Because I saved the best, hopefully, for last. When it comes to candy flavors, watermelon at the top of the food chain for me. The last three that, the first three that I reviewed, the Blue Raspberry, Black Cherry, and Lemon, pretty much I enjoy them in that order. Blue Raspberry at the top, Lemon at the bottom, Black Cherry in the middle. But I will say they're all done very well. Like I said, these are novelty beers. People are wanting to try them for nostalgia. But I will say this, even though they are novelty beers to some degree, they're still fucking really tasty. Like, take away like the Warheads, logo, and just be like, hey, here's a beer that's brewed with candy flavoring. I think they did a great job with all of them, and I would drink every single one of the ones I reviewed, except for the lemon, but I'm not a huge lemon candy guy. So, that goes without saying that I probably wouldn't buy that one again. I would definitely buy the Black Cherry one and Blue Raspberry, and I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. So I will say, despite the novelty, these are fucking pretty damn good, and I think they've done a great job with all three I've reviewed. The only one I'm not going to be able to review is the green apple one. When Kyle bought these back in March, he wasn't able to get the green apple ones because they didn't rebrew it. They were just doing mixed 4-packs, and they left the green apple one out. So maybe down the line I'll get to review that one, but for now, have the watermelon one. It's the last one. And like I said, hopefully I saved the best for last. So I'm going to crack this one open. I'm going to pour it into the Upstate Brewing Company glass, and hopefully it's delicious. So yeah, they're using food coloring these, so they're going to look kind of like the candy I mean, the blue raspberry one was fucking bonkers the way it looked. This one is already looking like a watermelon Jolly Rancher or a watermelon Warhead, whatever you want to say. We're actually going to do this. I don't know. Does this matter? Not really. So yeah, this has this bright, vibrant, like reddish, pinkish color. It has about a finger of a very light pink, soapy kind of head that's dissipating now. Probably get to a thin film because of the carbonation and everything going on in it. It's you can't see through that. Very hazy. Honestly, it looks like what I expected it to look like. Let's get a nose. Yeah, it smells like any watermelon candy that you've probably ever had. To me, Jolly Ranchers are at the top of the food chain. I do like the watermelon Warheads, but when I think about watermelon candy, Jolly Ranchers just jumps right to the forefront from what I'm thinking. Yeah, it smells like watermelon candy flavor. This one does have a little bit of tartness that I didn't really notice in the other ones outside of like the lemon in the nose. But man, it smells so much like a watermelon candy that it's crazy. It's crazy. Now I'm getting a little bit of a cherry too in here. Probably just be my terrible palate and nose in general. Yeah, a little bit of like a sweeter cherry. Mostly watermelon. I don't know. It smells what I thought it was going to smell like. Hopefully it tastes like that too, because I think I'm going to love it. Anyway, cheers everybody, and thanks again, Kyle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say other than imagine some kind of sour beer, and they just put a shit ton of watermelon Warheads in it. That's what you got. This one is the most tart of the bunch. It's approaching sour for me. It has a bite. The lemon one was probably the most sour to date. The black cherry and blue raspberry were a little bit more sweet, and that's the one knock I had with those two beers was I wish there was a little bit more tartness or even sourness. This has the sourness and tartness. Body, 5%, higher side of light body, lower side of medium body, appropriate. Very effervescent as far as the mouthfeel goes. It's crisp, relatively clean, very spritzy on the tongue, tons of carbonation, which you kind of expect from a beer like this. And then the flavor is watermelon candy flavor. All throughout the palate, that's what it is. There's an underlying tartness. This is high side of tartness approaching low sourness, so it not making my mouth pucker like maybe a Warheads would, but I think this is the most sour of the bunch, or most tart of the bunch. This is kind of in the realm of what I expect from a Warheads beer. It's sweet through the first like 3/4 of the palate, but on the back of the palate, there's substantial dryness. This is like a semi-dry to full-on dry finish, and it makes it super easy to drink, and it makes you want to go back for more because obviously your tongue is devoid of saliva. So you want something, you know, some kind of watery substance to kind of wash that away, and then you're left with it again, and you just keep on going back. Can't taste the alcohol. There's no bitterness. There's a bit of an acidic feel on the back of the palate you kind of get from like a sour candy or any kind of sourness in general. I'm crushing this. I want to crush all of it like right now. Pour the rest in to see if there's any goodies at the bottom. But yeah. Yeah, this is, I don't know, it's good. I don't tell you. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you were to see this on the shelf and you picked it up and were like, what? A Warheads Extreme Sour watermelon beer? What is this? Watermelon sour ale, huh? Huh. And you drank it, I think you wouldn't be disappointed with it. You shouldn't be. If you like watermelon candy, you like sour beers, and you want a marriage of the two, I think they did a great job with this one. I think this ties with the blue raspberry for my favorite. I think I gave a blue raspberry a 4.35 out of 5. So I'm going to give the Warheads Extreme Sour watermelon variant from Artisanal Brew Works. I'm also going to give the exact same grade. I'm going to give it a high 4.25 out of 5 and go 4.35 out of 5. I was hoping this would be like a 4.5 out of 5, but I don't like this more than the blue raspberry. I like them equally for different reasons. The blue raspberry, I like the blue raspberry flavoring, and it was a little bit sweeter. So I think it worked more for what I was looking for in this one. And then this one, because it's watermelon, I wanted a little bit more refreshing kind of tartness to it, and it has it. And I think they're both delicious. Honestly, of the 4 I've had, the only one I wouldn't repurchase, not that I bought these, obviously Kyle sent them to me, but if I was to see them on the shelf, the only one I wouldn't repurchase is the lemon one, and that's just because of the bias I have towards lemon candy. I don't hate lemon candy. It's not my favorite. So if I saw that on the shelf, I'd probably pass on it. Knowing what I know now, I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I just be like, whatever. The other three, I would totally buy again. And price point and availability, price point is your $20 a 4-pack. Availability, I don't know the exact availability. I just know that they're getting into other states, and I know Massachusetts and California are definitely two of those states. Maybe Pennsylvania is seeing these, other nearby states. But if you're in the Northeast, for sure, definitely keep your eyes peeled for this one if you want to try it, because these are definitely getting distro outside of New York State, and it's awesome to see. I've not yet seen them here in Western New York. They might be coming at some point. I have not yet seen them, but if I do see the green apple one, I will definitely grab it and review it. But yeah, the entire series, honestly, this is going to be a longer review, like I said in the beginning. I don't really care. Whatever. I have to watch the entire thing, and most people don't anyway. This series is fantastic. This was a lot of fun. I review, and I said this in the Blue Raspberry review, I review beer because I like craft beer. I like beer in general. I like talking about it. I like having interaction with people. But for me, like trying stuff like this is it's just fun. It's fucking fun. It's fun to try this. If it wasn't good, whatever, it's still fun to try. Luckily, it is good. And this entire series has been fantastic. I would like to see, honestly, other like sour beers brewed with different candies and whatnot. I had a watermelon Jolly Rancher beer that was fucking a lot of fun too. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling at this point. If you've had this one before, definitely let me know what you think about it. If you've had any of the beers within the series, throw a comment down there. I try to respond to every single comment I get. And thanks to all the new followers and subscribers. Thanks to everybody who's followed me since the beginning. Everybody out there who watches and interacts with me and everything. This makes it fun for me, all of this. And yeah, not much more to say. So appreciate everybody. Till the 5% just does not, like, I think I might have said already, it doesn't really taste, yeah, I can't taste any alcohol in here. Just drinks like a fucking, like some kind of Kool-Aid or something. I don't know. Carbonated Kool-Aid. Anyway, cheers everybody. Thanks again, Kyle. I truly do appreciate it, good sir.